Hello, it's Tracy Matthewman here, and I'm with Kelly Falardeau. And Kelly is a motivational speaker, author, um, entrepreneur, and motivator of women. And she's this fabulous lady that I met online a few months ago. And I heard her story, and I was really inspired. And seems like everything she does inspires me in some way. So, Kelly, welcome, and thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I'm quite excited about this because it's my very first Skype interview, so this is so cool. I'm excited.
Awesome. Awesome. Good. Well, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you took the time to spend a few minutes with me today and share a lot of the lessons that you've learned and tell us a little bit about what you're doing and some of the stuff you've been through in your life. So maybe you can start with back when you were young and tell us your story because it's an inspiring story, and I want everyone to kind of know like where you come from, and so when they see what you're doing now, they will be more inspired and in awe.
Okay. Well, I got burnt when I was just 2 years old. We were burning garbage, and my cousins and I were outside playing, and a spark came out, landed on my dress, and away I went. I blew up. So. Yeah, so it was an incredible story about that, how, some of the stuff that my mom was going through and, some of the feelings that she had, because she was only like 21 at the time when I got burnt. And so, of course, they rushed me to the hospital and everything. And so basically, I've dealt with my scars all my life and, had a really horrible concept of what beauty was. And I never felt I was beautiful. I never felt, I always felt like I was the ugly girl. And there was a lot of times when I went to bed at night, wishing and hoping that, I wouldn't wake up in the morning. And if I did have to wake up in the morning, could I at least wake up without scars on my face so that, I could be considered one of the beautiful girls and, not the ugly girl anymore, right? So I always struggled with that whole beauty concept. And it wasn't until probably, late into junior high, high school, where I finally realized, hey, I deserved to look beautiful, to feel beautiful. It didn't matter if I had scars on my face. I still deserve to have a happy life, just like everybody else. And so that was when I decided that I was going to, start dressing nicer, and I was going to spend my money on clothes and just doing things to make me feel beautiful. It basically got to the point where I thought, why do I always have to think about what other people think of me? Why am I always concerned whether this person or that person thinks I'm beautiful? Seriously, it's really about how I feel about myself.
And
And
how did you get to that point? Because as a young person, like a teenager in high school, those are some of the toughest years. So how did you have this type of mindset?
and you're absolutely right, Tracy. That is very tough. High school is very tough. And and I always wanted boyfriends, never had them. They always wanted, I wasn't the beautiful girl, right? I was the ugly Scarface girl. And so they, of course, didn't want to go to their comfort zone either. And it took me a long time to really realize that, it's all about attraction. And it's all about, sometimes you're just not attracted to someone. And that's why, and it's scared to, it's hard for people to go out of their comfort zone and their boundaries. But basically, I wasn't given an option to quit. And that was the thing. As I grew up as a kid, my uncle, I still remember my uncle telling me, look, if you're trying to ride a bike and you fall, you have to get up and you have to get back on that bike, because if you don't, you're never going to get back on it. And so quitting was just never an option for me. And I wanted something, I had to get it.
Right.
It just wasn't an option. I mean, I just kept persevering because I knew that I had a whole life ahead of me. And it wasn't just about, high school. It was about what was going to come in the future.
Right. So those are sort of some early signs of your strong desire to do what you want with life. Because when I read about all the different things you've done, like you have this tenacity that you just go for stuff. So tell us a little bit about maybe after high school and what you did from an maybe from like I don't know what came next, but whether it was your entrepreneurial endeavors or sort of what have you done in the last
What have I done in the
20
last
years that,
20 years?
yeah.
Well, it's very interesting because when I turned 19, then I did end up meeting my husband. And, we lived together for 10 years and then got married, had kids. But basically, it started with probably, doing a network marketing thing, and I just realized I didn't want to just lay on the couch anymore. I didn't want to just come home from work and watch TV. I wanted more. I wanted money. I wanted to be successful. I wanted acceptance. I wanted to feel beautiful. I wanted to accomplish things. And that was huge for me. It was all about accomplishing, and if they can do it, I can do it too. It doesn't matter if I've got scars and if I look ugly, I should still be able to do it. So what I did is tried a lot of different things. One of the times I tried, I saw in an entrepreneurial magazine, saw an ad for talking balloons. And so I sent away for the $30 starter package, and it ended up being a complete waste of time, but it ended up going into something more real. And my husband and I ended up starting up our own, balloon decorating business. And then we did that, and then we opened up a store. And then we've tried some other businesses. And then most recently, what happened was I ended up pregnant with the twins. And then my husband decided he was going to go into a bathtub reglazing business and do that. And so I helped him market that business. So I set up a marketing plan, and he went and did all the physical work, but I did the marketing and did that while, the twins were doing whatever they were doing. And then we started up a mobile scrapbook store. I decided I wanted to.
Sorry, what was that? A mobile what?
Mobile scrapbooking store. So what I did, so I converted a cube van into a store. And what I wanted was to be able to not be limited to a small store. I wanted to be able to be mobile, and I wanted something that wasn't going to be cost a lot of money. And I also wanted something that was going to be flexible with hours, because I had the twins at home. So I didn't want to be, I didn't want the store to consume my time. So I built it. My husband actually physically took a cube van, made it lime green, deckled it, put shelves on the inside, and I had it marketed, and I had events to go to before the truck was even ready. And that was actually why I went to the Dragon's Den.
Oh, okay.
I decided that I wanted some more investment money so that we could franchise the company. And so I auditioned here in Edmonton, and I knew after I talked to the guy for about 10 minutes that, I was going to be selected. I just had this feeling I was going to be selected to go to Toronto. And sure enough, within the week, they phoned me and said, you're in. If you want to come to Toronto, we'd love to see you pitch to the Dragons.
Cool. So were you actually on TV then?
No, I didn't actually get on TV. I think because Kevin didn't beat us up.
There wasn't enough drama?
No, we didn't cause any drama. He only had good things to say about us.
Oh.
He didn't have anything bad to say. Arlene was going to do the deal, but then she flipped on us in the very last minute.
Really?
Yeah, it was a little disappointing for me. It really took a blow to my ego that, she had changed her mind. But that's okay, because since then, I've gone on and about a year and a half ago went to a women's seminar and for eWomen Network. And what happened was one of the girls asked me if I would come speak with her, and she's my champion, Charmaine. And I said, yeah, absolutely, I'll speak. And so we were talking, and we did kind of an Ellen show. And after the whole thing ended, people said to me, Kelly, you have to speak. And it was interesting, because when I spoke, I had people laughing, I had them crying, I had them dancing on the chairs, and it was just incredible. And when I left, I was just vibrating, and I knew that was my passion, and I had to follow my passion. Like, I'd always spoken all my life, but I had to actually go ahead and do it, and all these incredible things have been happening to me. So I've been really quite excited. I won the People's Choice Award for the model search competition that I did for Ben Drury and Fashion Has No Border. And then in October, I won the Fierce Woman of the Year award, so that was pretty exciting. Cool. And then I was really excited to be a part of your movie that you did for the Do Anything. That was just exciting too. I was pretty excited about that. And so all these great things have been happening since I decided to follow my passion and be a speaker, and I wrote the book. So here's a copy of
Oh
the book
yeah,
too.
tell us about the book.
So, well, the book originally started out because I wanted to do something that was more business oriented. And so I wanted something to talk about my passion, vision, possibilities, perseverance, and basically just how I became who I was, and certain qualities that I need in my life in order to be a successful businesswoman. But then I realized, well, people are going to want to know more about my story
Hmm.
and how I got burnt, and some of the relationships I had in my life that helped me to be strong.
Hmm.
And and it was awesome. It's been a great journey, and all kinds of people are saying, I mean, they're crying because they read my book, but I don't want people to cry because, yeah, I've had some challenges, but basically what I realize is that life is full of possibilities. And if you want those possibilities, you just have to go and take them. I
Hmm.
mean, they're there for you, and the world is full of abundance. And so it really bothers me when people will use a physical disability or even, anything to stop them from achieving their dreams. Because I really believe that, dreams are meant to be found, not tucked away in dreamland, and
Right.
that's important to me. And so I was quite proud
Sorry,
that I was able
Kelly,
to accomplish.
can you just repeat that last one or two sentences? Because it kind of, it was Could you just repeat that last little bit? Because I think
Yeah,
that's one of your
I
key
really
messages there.
believe that dreams are meant to be found, not tucked
Sorry,
away in dreamland. And
it's, it's still, can
yeah,
you try one more time?
okay. I said I really believe that dreams are meant to be found, not tucked away in dreamland.
Hmm.
So I think too many people just think that dreams are not really meant to be achieved, and they're so wrong. I mean, that's what life is all about. Like, we're put on this earth to go after what we want and what we believe in and what we desire. I mean, just imagine. I mean, what some people have
Kelly,
accomplished. There's no
hold on.
reason.
We lost your audio. One sec.
Okay.
We, uh, we got some interference here. We lost the audio. Are you there? Can you just say
Yeah,
something?
I'm here.
Okay.
Yep.
Um,
Can you
just
hear me?
Yeah, no, it's kind of cutting out consistently.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let's try just that last little bit again.
Okay. No, I really believe that dreams are meant to be found, not tucked away in dreamland. And too many people think that their dreams are just meant to have. They're not really meant to achieve. And I believe that the world is full of possibilities, and that everybody should be able to achieve their dreams. You just have to decide you want them and then go for it. So
And go for them. Is that what you said?
yeah, and go for your dreams. I mean, why not? I mean,
Okay. Well, I know because I mean, from what I've read about you, that's what you do. That's kind of like you're the dream, go-getter girl. I don't know. I just coined you that. That's your new name. Um,